The story of a people is told best by those who live it out daily. And when the history of that community is informative, inspirational, and insightful, it should then be shared with the world. The Clio Exchange does just that. The Clio Exchange is supported by American Airlines and its regional affiliate, American Eagle. For quality service, it's American Airlines.
That's right. I read someplace where he was so concerned that he was never caught with his guard down and that his men were always ready, that he trained them 7 days a week.
Yes.
Every day.
Rigorous training.
Yeah.
Yes. And he understood, like I'm sure you do, the comment that you just made, we have to work twice as hard to be even noticed. And, you know, someone's standing there looking at you, just waiting for you to mess up. Mm-hmm. So he knew that the training had to be rigorous and that they had to work harder than other men did, and nothing could be lax, you know?
Yeah. Now your grandfather was a master
keeper.
Boatsman, right?
He was a keeper.
Keeper.
He was a commanding officer.
And what kind of...
My great-grandfather served under Richard Etheridge.
Okay.
He served with the first African-American lifesavers.
Okay.
My grandfather...
This is Joseph Berry.
Joseph, yes. My grandfather, Maxie Sr., he was the keeper when it was decommissioned in 1947. Okay. And his rank at the time was Chief Boatswain's Mate.
Okay, okay. Now, going back to, I guess to Maxie, your grandfather, what kind of experiences did he share inside the family that maybe the history books hasn't recorded as yet? I mean,
the events that happened when history has it that things were bungled. The rescue was bungled. Like I was saying, those men were not physically in a condition. I mean, they were supposed to be on watch, you know.
Okay.
And they were just so lax, and they were partying and doing other things, and they just were not physically able to go out. And you know, history doesn't go that far to say that they just weren't in any condition to go out and rescue these people that were stranded that needed their help.
Right.
They just said that it was bungled. And you know, for Congress to fire a white man and put a black man there, you know, it had to be something tragic.
That's right.
Don't go away. We'll be back in just a moment.
And you would think too that that even after they became an all-black crew, that people were saying, oh, they can't handle it. First emergency come along, you're gonna find out they really don't know what they're doing. They're just out there partying and sleeping all day.
Yeah.
But eventually they had a chance to demonstrate, right?
Exactly. They received an award. Of course, it was 100 years later for a rescue with the E.S. Newman. It was a hurricane forced a ship ashore, and the captain and his crew, and he had his wife and his daughter with him, 3-year-old daughter, and they went out and rescued them. They used what's called a Lyle gun, L-Y-L-E. Now, this gun fires a rope across the ship, and the captain of the ship, what he'll do is tie that rope off there. They'll tie the other end of it off at shore, and the surfmen will tie themselves to that line, and they'll swim out, rescue the passengers, and swim back. You know, and they have to go out. That particular situation, 2 men went out at a time. But even, you know, in a storm, during a hurricane, that's still something to do.
Yeah, yeah. And I read that story, and it was interesting because it said that the hurricane was so intense that Mr. Etheridge pulled
Yes.
back all the crew from the shoreline because
Yes.
it was just awful. And that one of his crew members was still on watch
Yes. Mm-hmm.
because they didn't they just felt that something was going to happen.
Yep.
And they saw a flare. He saw a flare go in the sky.
Yep. And he alerted the rest of the crew.
Right, right. And then to be able to take that picture, right?
Yeah.
Danger all around them.
Yes.
And from looking at the pictures of where Pea Island is, it was probably inundated with water too.
Oh, sure it was.
So why would you want to go out in that? But yet these guys, or the officer there, put his crew together, and they went out into that.